In the previous video, we understood about what is thermal equilibrium, correct? Here the energy flows. Now, based on this flow of energy, there is a law called zeroth law of thermodynamics. All right. Now, let's try to understand what is zeroth law of thermodynamics. Now, this is more like axiomatic statement. All right. It's an axiom, you can call it. That means it is a known truth which you can easily understand. Suppose say you have two systems A and B. Separately, they are in thermal equilibrium with third system C. Okay. Then we can say that A and B are also in thermal equilibrium with each other. That means A is in thermal equilibrium with C, B is in thermal equilibrium with C, so A is in thermal equilibrium with B. Okay, so this is called as zeroth law of thermodynamics. So to understand this one, look at this particular figure. See, between A and B, we have an adiabatic wall. So that means there is no heat transfer or energy transfer between A and B. But between A and C and between B and C, there is a diathermic wall. So A and C, there is exchange of heat. B and C, there is exchange of heat. Correct? So what's going to happen? The heat is going to get transferred from A to C, B to C, or whatever it is, because higher temperature to lower temperature, the heat is going to get transferred. Correct? So this is the first part. If you look at the second part, now we have an adiabatic wall between CA, CB. That means there is a diathermic wall between A and B. Now, what does it the zeroth law states? That A and B are also in thermal equilibrium. In the sense, suppose if A was around, let's say, 20 degrees Celsius, C was at 30 degrees Celsius, and let's say B was at 40 degrees Celsius. Okay, first what's going to happen? In the first case, AC and BC, they will come to thermal equilibrium. Okay, they are going to come to thermal equilibrium. Once that happens, then A and B will also be in thermal equilibrium. That means the heat energy of A and the energy of B, numerically they will be equal. In other words, there is no exchange of temperatures or there is no temperature difference between A and B. Correct? So now we are talking about temperature again. Now what exactly is temperature? It is a physical quantity which determines the thermodynamical state of a system. That is basically temperature. Now, when you say physical quantity which determines the thermodynamic state, so it also determines whether two systems or two thermodynamic systems are in equilibrium or not. So this physical measure is what we call as temperature. All right. Now we are talking about having thermal equilibrium, isn't it? Now there are a lot of other parameters. What is there in a thermodynamic system? Like what is internal energy? What is heat? What is work? There are a lot of parameters which is involved. Now all these things we are going to understand in the upcoming videos, where those are like prerequisites for the first law of thermodynamics. So zeroth law basically tells you that if two systems are in equilibrium with the third system, then the two systems will be in equilibrium with each other. Okay, and this is called as zeroth law of thermodynamics.